Welcome back. It seems we can't get past this archer. Even Rotten Tomato was no help. Look, he has a tomato head. So for now, we can't go any further. So back to the beach. And let's head back to the Isle of the Crown to trade in that rare book for the Book of Spells.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
And while we're here, I want to pay a visit to the Castle of the Crown. Because there is a wall there that is desperately in need of a hole.
A group of serving women approach the castle.
Hurry up, girls! There's plenty of work afoot today. No time to dawdle.
Yes, Sergeant Gruff.
It's well that they're here, Wolf. Cook is about driven himself mad, I hear, worrying over the wedding preparations.
Aye, whoa! What a celebration there will be today! Wine will flow like a river of red!
Hey, no drinking on duty. I guess those serving women are going to help with the preparations. Bringing in extras. But again, it tells us that we need to hurry before Cosima gets married. It's going to be today, apparently. Let's see if we can take a peek into the castle.
Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the side wall of the castle. Alexander looks through the hole in the wall.
It's a hallway.
Alexander can see what looks like a hallway in the basement of the castle. It must lie just on the other side of this wall.
Not an awful lot of interest going on there. Hey.
The castle hallways are patrolled by guard dogs. Great. Maybe Alexander is better off out here after all.
Well, that didn't really teach us anything we couldn't have guessed.
Alexander removes the hole in the wall from the wall.
I mean, the castle has hallways and guards. Yeah, we kind of already knew that. Still, it does mean that if we want to get through that wall, somehow, we'd better be careful. Because of the guards. Okay, time to return to the bookshop. See if we can trade in that book.
Hello. I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
Jello isn't here, unfortunately. We brought you a rare book. Hopefully the Book of Riddles will satisfy him and be enough to trade for the spellbook.
I found this rare book, and I thought of your offer.
Very interesting. Oh, it is a wonderful riddle book. Riddles are much more marketable than spells these days. I guess people believe more in mirth than in magic.
I guess.
Here is the spell book you wanted, and a fair trade it is, I must say. Enjoy it.
I certainly hope so. We shall see how rusty my spellcasting truly is.
We shall see. Let's take a look at the spell book to see what kind of spells we might be able to cast using this. Hopefully there's something useful in there. The first is apparently a magic paint spell, for which we need a cup of swamp ooze. Well, we know where to find a swamp on the Isle of Wonder, so that should be rather easy. River Styx water. Yeah, I'm sure you can get that at your local corner store. That might be a bit difficult. And one black horse feather. Well, we do have a black feather. Is it from a horse? I don't know. And the instructions say to add Styx water to swamp ooze in cup. Stir with horse feather. Apply to blank surface with artist's brush. Speak incantation over painting to materialize. I guess that could be a useful thing, but these ingredients sound like they're going to be very difficult to find, at least the River Styx water. Let's see what else is here. A make rain spell, for which we need a few drops of salt water, not from the sea. Right. They have to make things complicated. I mean, getting it from the sea would have been easy. Where else are we going to find a source of salt water? We also need a vial of sacred water. Again, something you can find in every supermarket. And falling water. I don't know, rain? A waterfall? We might be able to find something somewhere. First mix salt and sacred waters in a teapot. Then add falling water. Speak incantation over teapot to enchant. Heat to boiling to activate. So we also need a teapot. Well, the hunter's lamp we found might double as a teapot. But we don't have any of the actual ingredients yet.
Alexander reads with interest the specifications for the Make Rain spell.
Okay. Anything else? Charming a creature of the night spell. Are we likely to need that? In any case, the ingredients are a skull full of hot oak embers. Well, I have a skull, but I'm kind of using it. A bit of sulfur. Brimstone. The rotten egg from the queens in Chessboard Land might serve to supply that. Which I guess means we need to solve their lump of coal dilemma in order to get our hands on that. And one strand of a pure-hearted maiden's hair. Well, I guess we'd better hope that Cassima is pure-hearted then. And that she didn't get, I don't know, a cat hair or something stuck in her ribbon. Add hair and brimstone to skull of embers. In presence of creature, speak incantation over skull. Well, I don't really know what we'd need that for at this point.
This is the last page.
Well, none of these spells are immediately extremely useful. I'd say, oh, that's what I want to use them for. Still, we'd better keep our eyes open for some of these ingredients. And now that we're here, I want to go back to the pawn shop and trade in the flute.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Good day, merchant. I don't think he has a name.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
This time around, I feel like taking the tinder box. After all, that is a useful item to have in any adventure game.
I believe I'll take the tinderbox.
Very good, Prince Alex. Enjoy your tinderbox and bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
Although a flashlight would be more useful, but I guess those haven't been invented yet. Okay, what else can we do, however? I mean, there's nothing else we could do here, or on the Isle of Wonder. We're stuck on the Isle of the Beast, behind that, stone, archer. So I guess it is time to take a closer look at the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Surely there must be more to it than just that one beach.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Well, nothing has changed here. How can we get up this cliff, though?
There appears to be no way past the cliffs. Though roughly hewn, the cliffs do not provide regular handholds for climbing, and they seem otherwise impenetrable.
That could pose a problem.
The granite cliffs cannot be scaled by hand.
Again, if you read the guidebook, these cliffs are actually described there as the Cliffs of Logic, and apparently there are some riddles associated with that cliff, which no one has ever solved, but there is some information about them in the guidebook. So I guess we should try and give it a go. And for that we'll have to look at these symbols on the cliff, which we'll do in the next video.